welcome to Vancouver, right? I'm Alex. I'm here with...
I'm Simon.
What were you thinking?
I was just going to say hi, I'm Simon.
And
Sorry.
this is
Brad Dorion. Hello.
Vancouver comedian and one of the three gentlemen that runs Mermaid Comedy
Yes, Mermaid Comedy
at the Historic Railway.
at the Historic Railway Club in the Mermaid Room. It's just a little snug pub in the back.
Smug. It's a
Smug,
little
yeah.
smug pub in the
It's
back.
very smug as well.
Snotty
yes.
and sardonic.
Yeah. Don't wear white after Labor Day in there. That's a no rule.
The Railway Club is famous, isn't it? Like, it's a lot of people go in there.
Katie Lang came from there,
Oh,
so
there you
I
go.
guess she's
Huge.
like the most famous person in Canada. So
Yeah.
makes sense.
Humongous.
Yeah.
More famous than us, that's for sure. And
Well,
definitely a
that's-
future guest
yeah.
of this podcast.
Not as famous as Katie Dinner though.
So
There, no more food dye. I heard that. No more.
no more orange.
Weird stuff.
Number 8.
Have you tried when's the new one coming out?
I don't know.
I haven't had
They're-
crab dinner in forever.
They're working through backlogs and backlogs of...
Simon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Heinz buy them?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I'm not up
makes
to
sense.
date.
Yeah, I think Heinz
Yeah.
bought them out, so now you can have the Katie ketchup mix.
They're gonna come out. I think we're predicting this. They're gonna come out with a Katie ketchup, like a Katie box with ketchup in it.
Or just a Katie cheese sauce where you can
Oh
squirt
my god! It's like ketchup and cheese.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like the peanut butter and jam swirl.
yeah.
That really would be pretty good on a hot dog, though.
Oh wow, that's
Peanut
a good
butter,
call,
yeah, peanut butter's good on a lot of things.
What?
Yeah.
What? Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. All right.
Don't save him. Let
No.
him sit in
Let
this.
me sit in
No.
this. Oh.
What could it have been?
What do you think the new Katie is gonna look like? It wasn't even anything important, but like, what is it
I
just
don't
gonna be?
think the shape of it is really changing.
Yeah, but the color
Oh, it's just probably going to be whitish.
is white.
I
Yeah.
still hope it's that like radioactive orange.
No, it's not gonna be.
That's what they're taking out, right?
Oh,
Is
that's what
that
they're. Oh, okay,
weird-
they're taking
yeah.
out the radioactive orange. Then.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Totally.
I don't know. All right.
I have lots to talk about. I just like watching you kind of
You
stumbling
know
away.
that I hate awkward silences.
Yeah.
So every time there's an awkward silence, I go, okay.
I don't know if you're
shiver.
aware of this, but you twitch.
I know I
Yeah.
do. Yeah, I know. I have a little like.
You would be great in speed dating.
Yeah.
Just by the time you get to the 7th person, you're just kind of shuddering. And
I would give up halfway through the first date. Like I just go, sorry. I'm
so
done."
30 seconds. 'Cause
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
like a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
We were going to talk about the sounds that happened in Terrace. Did you hear those, Brad?
No.
Okay, well then let's just bring this up.
Sure.
So do you have them ready to go, Simon, or do you need a couple?
No.
Okay.
You brought this up like, what are you doing? You dick.
I did. Okay. So bring up this was in Terrace, British Columbia, which is north from where we are now in
Okay,
our lovely
yeah.
province.
Yeah.
Small town, and a sound emanated from the sky that is truly terrifying, and nobody knows what caused it yet. So check this out. And,
Okay.
We're probably gonna have to wait through some ads. So,
Okay, well, let's talk about the ad. What's the ad?
did you know? Well,
Produce, store, and transport. LNG has been used safely
Oh,
in British
LNG,
Columbia and around the
They're a
world
tried and
for more than
tested
50 years
corporation, yeah.
without a significant safety incident.
this guy has
The
big,
LNG
huge
industry's
jowls
highest
like a
priority is
bulldog.
safety and
I don't know where they
security.
picked him up off
Facilities are
Craigslist.
designed with multiple layers of protection
the
and
pound.
must meet rigorous safety and environmental regulations.
Ugh.
Looks like a basset hound.
No.
Yeah, it really does.
Go find the treasure!
Where's the LNG, boy?
So this is just somebody filming this with their phone,
And they're just filming.
recording it. Yeah.
Really?
Take a listen.
You can hear the birds.
What is that?
It sounds like a train, but is there any tracks around there?
No.
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 That's odd.
And it wouldn't make that sound. I mean, like that would.
It's like War of the Worlds sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
That's not even there's a better video.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, you've got to find
Well,
If you just
if we
search-
actually did prep, I mean, that
Yeah.
would probably help.
All right, that's fine.
Really?
So
It sounds like a dinosaur.
Yeah.
it sounds like the smoke monster from Lost.
Yeah,
it's
First
true,
of all,
true.
Yeah.
or I mean, the obvious is it's the trumpets of doom. But the apocalypse hasn't happened for so long already that no one's even.
This has happened before. This video is actually from 2013, the one I just played.
Yeah, you got to. So that's what's cool about it too, is that it happened before and now it's happening again. And the new video is scarier, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can find the one that just got released.
No, there's no chance.
So no one knows what these noises are?
No, there's an explanation for
Just
it.
search 20.
Yeah, there's a perfectly normal, not scary at all.
Yeah, what is it,
explanation.
Simon?
It was a grater, like I don't know what a grater is, but I just read it.
No,
in
that's
this
their
news.
cover-up story.
Oh, you think it's
Okay, I YouTubed Grader.
Yeah.
And did I just spit on you?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm good.
I have no problem spitting on Simon, but I feel like the guest should. Yeah, a grater. Play a grater. Go on YouTube and search grater sounds. It's just gonna come up with really good sounds. Yeah,
some guy shredding mozzarella.
Type in better sounds.
that was.
Yeah.
That's the one that you skip over before you get to the good thing you're gonna say.
I never have a good thing though. That's the way my mind works.
So how did you guys find out about this weird noise? Was it on?
It was trending on Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I was really scared because I thought maybe it was like the tectonic plates shifting before this massive earthquake.
Yeah.
And I spent all day yesterday in a very open area until I found out that that's like not a safe place to be because the earth will just literally open. Nothing can find me here. And just falling to the middle of the earth.
Yeah.
Well, it says when you prepare a grater.
What does that mean?
The grater blade. I don't know. I guess he's setting the grater blade, and
Every time you do it, it just
What are
sounds
they-
like an extraterrestrial dinosaur.
yeah.
What are they grading though? Like cheese?
Well, it's like one of
Lots
the.
cheese?
Well, didn't I just make that joke and get insulted for it? It's the it's that like plow thing or what? You know, the like yellow Tonka
To
thing.
grade
Yeah.
is to level,
Level.
something off.
Yeah,
Oh,
so they're
okay, I see
setting
what
the
you
the
So
blade
there is
on
a
the
certain
machine.
amount of friction, I guess, that takes
That's
place.
the yeah.
Is there a lot of mining there?
It's
Is that
probably
why?
a grader.
In Terrace, yeah, I think so.
I want it to be aliens.
I know.
Yeah.
Even I mean, I'm trying to explain this. I don't know what the fuck a grater is, so I should.
People say
I'm
that
not-
it's a bit too harmonic to be a grader.
Oh,
Okay,
do
can you
they?
just search 2015 Terrace BC sounds? The first 10 seconds of this second video are really something special.
All right.
Have you seen Red State?
Yes.
Yes.
It sounds a lot like the
Oh,
trumpet
yeah.
at the end of that, too.
Ah.
It could just be a dude that went to Long and McQuaid and got like a huge speaker in his backyard and played like a sound effect.
Just making weird experiments.
We're in the age of trolling.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, that just sounds like metal scraping against metal.
You guys are really deflating.
This really
my-
does just sound like metal on metal.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd like to take a piece of metal and smoke you in the face with it right now.
oh, this is metal, Alex. Oh, oh no, that's a smoke monster.
I can't wait till we're all getting sucked up into the heavens.
Yeah.
And I can be right as you're levitating past me. You see?
It does sound like metal. See? Yeah. Fuck you.
What do you think an alien ship sounds like?
What do you mean? I don't know.
That.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I think-
every movie has told us that.
I think it would sound like nothing. They'd be so stealthy.
That's
How do-
actually true.
They're
Fuck, that's
abducting
true.
fat
Because if they
people
sounded
and-
like that, we'd always hear that as they were going around. Like it wouldn't
What a
just be.
s-
And it's always in like Terrace BC or Upper Flower, Michigan or whatever, you know.
What kind of stupid alien race has giant metal scraping horns on their fucking stealth?
Get the space grader out. We need to level off this.
Oh God. Well, that scared a bunch of people in Terrace, and
Really?
yeah.
See, I think that what happened was with when it happened the first time a few years ago, they were like, okay, it's a grader. And now, a few years later, they're like, hey, we need to grade something. We got the new sports arena, but don't tell anyone because that really increased like UFO tourist traffic.
Yeah.
Let's just play it a little bit coy this time.
Yeah, that's a good.
It
call.
could be a grader, yeah, or something else. Maybe, oh, gotta go, you know.
Yeah, they really need tourism in fucking Terrace.
Yeah. You know, maybe they'll warning bomb coming. If there's like some controversy there, or like, you know, they think that could be a good place to make a political statement, that there could be a terrorist attack.
There you go.
A terrorist attack? A terrorist attack.
A terrorist, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So, what's this comedy show like that you put on in the Railway Club there?
Oh,
we
it's,
kind of brushed over that.
It's just like a small little show. We usually have about 6 to 8 comedians on.
Okay.
We try to make it like a workout room for some of the local pros. So, you know, we get like people like Ivan Decker, Dylan Reimer, Simon King coming up and just doing like 10 to 12 minutes of newer material, or doing like practicing for a showcase somewhere or something like that. And they have a 7-minute bit that they want to do. And then we also give some
and then
spots.
Brad gives them feedback after the show.
Exactly.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Extensive
totally.
written.
Yeah. I sit down and
Okay.
say, my 3 years of experience is going to come in handy here for you. So, yeah. And then, and then we just have, some local amateurs come up and do some time too. And, yeah, it's the first and third Monday of every month. In June, there's 3 Mondays, or 5 Mondays. So we're having 3 shows. And then, but yeah, it's $5. Railway
Nice.
Club starts at 9.
What is the Mermaid Room? I've never actually been in the.
It's just a small little pub in the back. It
Okay.
seats about maybe 20, 25 people.
Oh, I see.
So it's a nice little intimate show, and yeah.
You said pros, so Alex is never nowhere near
he
that.
would never be
No.
allowed.
Yeah. How about you, Simon?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone
Where do you
knows.
tell jokes?
yeah. But yeah, I do it with Stephen McNeil and Dylan Williamson, two other comedians here in Vancouver, and they've been kind of running something at the Railway Club for the last 3 years or so now, and this is.
Does it really take 3 men to run that show? I mean,
It
what
does. It does. Not like it doesn't specifically take three people to. Well, it would take 4 women or 3 men, but it doesn't specifically need any.
I really like that for how quickly it came to
I
you.
like that too. Yeah.
No man should come up with a sexist joke that easily.
It was so quick I couldn't even laugh at it.
That's fine.
It was almost as though you were.
It wasn't worthy for laughing.
You were taught. You're like, okay, I got to say this. It's obligatory. But like,
But no, we usually have one of us hosts. The other 2 are there for fillers. So so we always kind of book the show so there's 10 minutes extra just in case somebody comes in that wants a set impromptu. Like I don't know, like a bigger comedian in town,
like me.
How
Yeah,
often does that happen?
No,
Never?
It hasn't happened yet.
Oh, that's too bad.
Stop asking these cutting questions.
It's like it's like the little boy is leaving the
Told
birthday.
you oh fuck.
Oh, you stink. It's like the little boy is leaving the Christmas present under the tree for dad if he ever comes home. And
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It never happens.
Never.
Yeah, we always have. Yeah, we always have cookies and milk out for Brent. But
You have no
he
idea
never
how
shows
how
up.
close to home that was for me.
Oh, I'm
What you
sorry.
just said. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so that's that show.
Yeah.
Go check it out. And what have you been doing recently, Brad? Anything come to mind as a funny, witty thing we could talk about?
I quit my job.
Oh, doing
Where did
what?
you work?
I worked for the federal government.
Oh shit!
Quit that.
Yeah.
Now I'm working at a butcher shop.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
I used to cut meat a long time ago, and then
You're a full-fledged butcher.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, that's what you did for the federal government. I was a hitman.
no,
I
no,
took care
yeah,
of
yeah.
Cut a
They
lot of
called me
throats.
the butcher. Yeah. But no, yeah. So that's fun. It's a.
Why'd you quit? Were you tapping phones for the conservative government and
No.
they kicked you out?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You've had that beard for a while now.
Yeah,
And
I've had
so
it for
this
quite
whole
a
time
while.
I've been like, wow, his job must be just a crazy free-for-all. Like maybe he's a lumberjack or he works in like a weird sex shop. It's like, no, federal government and I work with food.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
I
two
have to wear
worst.
lots of nets, lots of hair nets. All just pretty much my whole body's covered in a hairnet.
Beard net?
No, we don't have to wear a beard net, thankfully. No? It's a pretty small shop, so.
You're wearing a hijab of fishnets, basically.
Yeah.
Just kind of take a fishnet stocking and put it over your whole face.
Yeah. But yeah, cool. It's pass you the plate on commercial. They
passed you the plate?
Yeah, they passed you the plate. No.
I feel like that could happen. That's a little word thing that could take place.
Well, you have to imply an Italian accent and
right.
A pass to the plate.
Yeah,
pass to the plate.
Yes, keep saying it. It'll get funny.
But yeah, they source.
I added another element. The accent. Sorry, go on.
He's fighting for this joke.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's a fun. I've only done one shift so far. I just started there, so
okay.
I'm just doing part-time. So
is it like riding a bicycle once you?
It is
cut
very much.
Yeah, cutting meat is like riding a bicycle.
It's kind of the same movement.
Once you learn how, you never forget. That's what I was getting at. Okay, Alex, is that okay?
I'm just not doing well this episode.
No, you're not. Your fucking stinky armpits are in our guest's face here.
I'm wearing Axe Apollo. Thank you very much.
Axe.
Never mind then. I'm sorry. Yeah. So.
But yeah, other than that, I've been drinking more.
Oh.
I've been replaying Last of Us on PlayStation.
Oh, nice.
And spending.
It seems like a sad game.
It's a very sad game, but a very good game. But it is very sad.
Yeah. Did you play the DLC for that?
No, I'm going to next.
You're gonna get into that? Yeah, I never played the DLC either. But
what is the DLC for that game?
You play as the little girl. I forget her name.
Before.
Not Ellen Page.
Yeah.
You play as her before she meets the dude.
Yeah, it's like a prequel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's her and her friend.
Yes, that's right.
Her and her friend that she mentions in the game.
Yeah.
At some point.
No, that's an awesome game. Yeah, It's like, are you playing it on the hardest difficulty? Like you knocking it out now?
No, I like playing. See, because like I've had many arguments with people about doing that, and I understand playing it hard to get the achievement or the trophy.
Sure.
Yeah.
But the game designers want you to play it on normal. They've built the game to be played on normal.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're disrespecting the game.
No,
I've never heard that before. That's kind of cool. Yeah. I like to play games on normal because I feel like I like to take in the graphics. And you, like have enough time to appreciate the story and stuff. Yeah. But it's difficult enough that
Well, I was just asking because when I played through it on normal too, but you get really good at like sneaking and killing people and shit. So like this, the natural step is to okay, I want to like.
It's
really
hard
try
though because there's like the whole game for Last of Us is all about going around and finding supplies.
Yeah.
And there's very limited supplies in the harder modes, so it's like it's impossible sometimes.
Have you ever had a game? Well, maybe that is an example of a game, but a game that you really like and you've played on normal, and then other people have beat on a really hard. I go, I'll give it a try, and you can't even comprehend how anybody. I remember for me it was Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, those are hard.
Like Metal Gear Solid 4, people have beat it on Big Boss mode. Like, I got a perfect score in Big Boss. Who are you?
I was thinking that game.
I couldn't get through the first hallway. Like.
I remember there's a chunk at the end of Metal Gear 4 where you're on like a battleship or something, and you're trying to. There's all these geckos all around, and you're trying to sneak in to fight Psycho Mantis, I think, or whatever the the version of it is. And I was playing on a fucking normal, and those fucking geckos would just kill me over and over. And my friend is like a huge Metal Gear Solid like player. He plays it on extreme Big Boss, like no kills. All that shit, and it's like.
Have you ever watched him play?
No. Oh, yeah, I have, but usually.
I feel like the weird thing is sometimes you'll be bad at a game, or relatively bad compared to that, and then you watch footage of them playing, and it looks so easy. Like, oh, that's all I need to do. Yeah. I just need to be better at moving around and focusing. I'll just do that.
I just need better hand-eye coordination.
Yeah. Call of Duty highlights. I just need to be faster and a little bit more on point and better. Yeah.
One complaint actually about Last of Us was that like they cut you off, and I understand because it's such a huge world and the load times would be absurd if they didn't. But like if you miss a secret cache of like shit,
I love that word.
And then you crest over drop down like a building side, you can never go back.
Exactly.
So you never know. Like okay, I'm supposed to search this area as much as I can, but I also want to progress a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
never know if I'm going to progress too much where I can never. Oh, now I'm fucked. I can never go back.
Yeah. What I did when I first played it was I went through it like without any guide or anything like that, and then and like it was hard.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, I finished the game. It wasn't like a trial or anything. It's not like I needed, you know, therapy to get through it or anything like that.
It was hard, yeah. Yeah.
But then I played it again with a walkthrough.
Right.
And it tells you where to find all the pendants and the notes and all that stuff that you're trying to find. And then, but you can play it on Game Plus, so then all your weapons are at, like, your skills and your weapons are all at max, right from the get-go. So that's pretty cool. Killing, like, the stuff in the earlier episodes really easily.
With the big, huge shotgun or whatever. Yeah,
it's very cathartic.
Cool. Did you guys play the first, well, not the first, but the kind of iconic Metal Gear for PlayStation 1?
Yeah.
Which one's the
Metal Gear
iconic
Solid?
one?
Yeah.
The first one? Like the first one on PlayStation, you mean?
Yeah, well, it's not the first one. Like, there was one on Super Nintendo. But
yeah.
like
sorry.
Remember when you beat the game for the first time? You got to go back and play it, and you had, like, infinite ammo or invisibility camouflage based on how you did the first time? That was fun.
I actually have to admit something. I never beat Metal Gear 1 because the X button or whatever was stuck on my controller, so the torture scene I could never pass it because it would just get stuck and I'd be fucked, and I went, fuck this game. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Couldn't have bought a new controller?
Well, yeah.
Speaking of that, I've been cut off from my PlayStation 3 playing for about 6 months now, which has been fine because I've just been playing a lot of PS2, but I do crave Skate and wanted to play a couple things and haven't been able to because how do I describe this? You got the two analog joysticks, and there's like a little rubber tip and if you play it, it kind of starts to dislodge and can actually. Mine ripped all the way off from doing so many kickflips and Skate.
Really?
And so you're left with this little, like, uncomfortable nub of hard plastic, and I just couldn't. Like $35-$40 for a new controller. There's other things.
They're expensive.
And I want to buy a PS4. And, you know, and if I buy one controller, I want to buy another one, so I'll have two.
Yeah.
So I'm just putting it off and trying to. And then I realized, and this is the first time in my life that I really realized how useful duct tape is. You can make a replacement top with duct tape that's, like, almost as good. If you cut little squares and just fold them over one by one, it can kind of build up, and it's been pretty good.
I'm kind of scared of getting a PS4 because they have really nice controllers with, like, little screens in them.
Yeah.
I fucking smash my
I
controller when
break
I'm
mine
pissed.
all the time.
I fucking will just completely smash them. And I can't get a PS4 because those things are probably going to be $80 for a fucking controller.
You just need to play it in a kind of a padded area.
That's true. Yeah,
I'll
I'll smash it on my head.
Yeah.
I'll just smash it into my face.
I'm glad that they don't have wires anymore because I used to just take the wires and just, like, smash it into the wall.
Yeah, I get rage. Like,
Rage. Like, I'm not an angry person, but when I die 5 or 6 times trying to do the same thing. And it's ridiculous because I go back an hour later and I do it first try.
Yeah, you feel like such a little baby. You know, you just go, ugh, what an embarrassment.
It's immediate gratification. That's what I need now.
Yeah.
I had a frenemy in elementary school.
Yeah.
Who was very spoiled, and he used to destroy stuff just to spite me. Like, I would really like a specific N64 game, for instance.
Right.
And I only had PlayStation, and I only had, like, a few games because my parents wouldn't buy me a lot of stuff. He has just a room full of everything, and he would intentionally hurt me. Like, I'd go, I just love that Kirby game, and he'd go, oh, you do? What, this game right here? And he'd just smash it in front of me.
Oh my god!
Or this one time he peed in a cartridge, so it wouldn't work anymore because he got so much pleasure from.
That's so
similar to how you do now, Simon.
I would not smash a Kirby game in front of you, Alex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once he actually stole Pokemon cards from me too.
Oh no.
And I tried to. It was similar to, like, the Crucible, in the just the unfairness of it. Going to the principal, and there's just circumstantial evidence, Alex. We can't prove that he took that Rattata, and just no. Never got him. Never got him back.
Well,
It wasn't a very high.
The principal probably hated you too. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Were you frenemies with him as well?
Yeah.
You know, over the years I've had great principal luck.
Yeah.
Really?
It's funny. The students don't like me, but I think
But the adults liked you.
the adults have always, because I'm like you know when you need to assassinate JFK, you don't get like one of your main people to do it. You get some like dumb goon, some lackey, you know,
Right.
to go into the storm drain and
Yeah.
And I feel like I was kind of like that with like there's a lot of people that
Oh, you were a little
the teachers
rat.
and principals didn't like. No, I wasn't a rat, but they'd just be like, you know, we could expel him or we could just let him keep stirring shit up and just being a disaster. Like I would stand up in the auditorium and just say stupid stuff like, and I feel like a part of them liked that. So,
They got kicks out of it. What was one time you stood up in the auditorium? What'd you say?
like I would fart.
What? Okay,
You stand up and fart.
in the middle of the fucking.
I would
speech?
just all through school I would just maybe standing up. Maybe I didn't actually ever stand up but I would always say stuff in
Yeah.
class. Like I was just I couldn't keep my mouth shut.
Very chatty.
I remember in grade 6 I was on pretty bad terms with most of the people in my school, but it was okay because I'd been at that school since I was young, and you know you've got the students that like if you grow up with people, you usually stay pretty tight with them even if like you have social skills.
Right.
But then so I was okay, but then in grade 6 I had to move schools.
Yeah.
And that's like a crucial age. And then I went to this new school and I remember telling myself like I went there on a Sunday before Monday just to kind of walk around like the athlete walks around the stadium before the big game like I'm going to do this tomorrow. This is a new Alex. It's time for a change. I got to be nice. I got to listen in class, and then by like 11 o'clock Monday I'd completely
You were like,
yeah.
you were like Bruce Willis in Pulp Fiction before his fight, like like hitting himself in the head, and then you just get in.
I killed a man.
Melted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I switched schools too.
Oh.
But from grade
Because
11.
you were bullying people.
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
expelled.
exactly. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I went to a place called Jail. That was my new school. No, yeah, I switched schools. From grade 11 into grade 12. So grade 12, I was going into a brand new high school.
So you graduated after a 1-year
Oh,
stint in.
Yeah. Well, we had in Ontario we had grade 13 as well.
Oh,
so,
right.
But so I was there for like a year and a half because I graduated early, but. Because I had no friends, so I could pack on the schoolwork.
I've heard of this mysterious grade 13. What happens in it? Like, is it just a fully extended?
It was essentially like if you were wanting to go to university,
Right.
you needed to have a certain amount of OAC credits, and it was like the Ontario academic
Sure.
something, and so.
It's just like a makeup year or something?
No,
Or-
it was sort of like because I guess Ontario universities were a little bit harder. So it was harder to go to Ontario University from out of province because of the whole grade 13 thing.
Sure.
But if you went to university out of Ontario and you were from Ontario, then the first year was really easy and you could sort of like get credits for a lot of classes, right? Like chemistry and stuff like because it was all advanced. I don't think they have advanced anymore.
All right.
Because everyone wanted to be advanced.
You're
So
advanced?
in school we had general and advanced. So general was just like if you just wanted to graduate high school or go to college, and then advanced was for if you wanted to go to university. But everyone was in advanced, so the
Right.
general became advanced.
Yeah.
And then if you were
Super advanced.
yeah, exactly. If you were in
Ubermensch.
general classes, you just got made fun of all the time. 'Cause you
Right.
were apparently stupid. So
What a horrible place.
yeah, it was
Ontario.
really bad.
Yeah.
They don't have that anymore, thank God. But
Horrible schools? They absolutely do.
People
Yeah,
being
that's
assholes, yeah.
yeah,
that's there.
no, it's true.
But you had no friends, you said? It was a tough.
I didn't really. I got like I started dating somebody
Okay.
relatively early, but she had no friends either. So
Well, that's
we were
good.
just kind
you
of
know.
like together, no friends. I mean, I just never really warmed up. I wasn't too far from my hometown, so it was easy for me to go back and forth.
Right.
So I just kind of.
Where are you from originally?
Ottawa.
Ottawa.
I was raised right outside of Ottawa.
Because you have a, if I'm allowed to say this, you have a great Canadian accent. Like you got a good like hard when you say hard, and you know.
I'm
well, you're solid.
You ruined it. I was just enjoying it. No need to.
I'd bring it up.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You should be in the same room as him. It reverberates. Like, I think little plants grow out of these wooden walls when he speaks.
Yeah.
The great northern.
Yeah. I've pointed out the
I can't
unicorn.
even do it. I'm not even Canadian enough to do the accent.
But yeah, my whole family's from the Maritime. Like I'm a Maritime.
I see.
I was raised in Ontario, but I went to school in Fredericton, like university, and
So in grade 12, when you walked across the stage at grad, where people are like,
I didn't even
who
go.
is that guy?
is that?
I didn't even go. There was no point.
Were you born with a big, huge beard? Like
Yes,
that?
I was
So
born
you
with a
had
beard
it your
and
whole-
full head of hair. Yeah. I was actually 6 feet tall too. My mom tragically died.
You just burst out of it.
I just burst out.
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
You know, that's the way she goes. So what brought you out to BC then?
My girlfriend and I moved out here. She went to Langara for film writing for like an 8-month course.
I went to there.
Yeah.
What year was that?
That was last year.
Oh, I went a few years earlier.
Oh, okay.
What did she think of it?
She liked it. She didn't like the first semester just because it was a lot of classwork, and she was just like,
Yeah.
like she has a master's in journalism. Like,
Oh, wow.
and she's like,
Yeah.
she's been a professional for 10 years. Like,
Okay.
she doesn't need classwork time.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff was pretty redundant.
Yeah, and also when you're in class with like 18-year-olds, and you're in your late 30s, that's a big.
You need to do the same thing.
Yeah,
You're the
exactly.
same.
Yeah. So, but as soon as they started doing the actual practical stuff and like started filming and writing, then she fell in love with it.
You guys should see the movie that I made. Like,
Oh my fuck!
it would rival Tommy Wiseau's. I mean,
Oh, really?
I can't believe I haven't thought of that.
Holy shit! This is amazing.
How have we not made fun of this?
Is it online or?
I think I really tried hard to bury it.
Yeah.
But somebody.
That's fair.
Oh.
It was called. Oh.
Stay tuned because we're.
Do you want to hear the basic outline of what it was?
I think so.
Did you write it or?
No, well, the writing people write it and then you direct it. So
Oh.
I was the auteur.
Oh, so you were in the director stream.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It was a young army cadet who runs away from the base, and he ends up.
Which war?
Yeah.
It's ambiguous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Leaves it up to the viewer.
Yeah.
Yeah. and
Call of Duty Modern Warfare or World War II?
he goes home, and his dad is angry at him for something. But the only so he's supposed to be like one of those gruff, angry, like it's an angry dad scene, you know, like
Okay.
you need to grow up. But unfortunately, the only actor we could get to do it for free via Craigslist was this quite effeminate, like,
Oh.
okay, I'd love to take part in your student film. Really, really nice guy, but I
Not
kept
right
telling
for the
him to like,
part.
okay, could you just be a little more, and like, don't say manly, like just, and so he'd go from like, son, you need to like, son, you need to. He couldn't. So we have that going, and then he runs away from home, and he ends up on a boat with a rich socialite actor who's mad, and then he kills his friends, and then the army guy kills.
All right, this is horrendous. Like
It was so bad, and I had the
Why
grandest.
is there killing?
What?
Why is there killing?
That's exactly what a lot of the people in the audience said. There was an audible, like, but you guys need to understand that the budget for what I mean, it was a terrible story.
Yeah, they're horrible.
But for me to execute it properly, even to just be shitty, to make sense, and I would have needed $30,000 at
okay.
least for this 10 minutes, and I had $500.
And new director, new actors. you need to have nothing to do with it. Yeah.
We had
A lot of Dutch angles.
we went to there was a scene.
Dutch
you
ovens.
got to give it to me. I was bold.
Okay.
I was going full Werner Herzog.
I'm not going to give it
like,
to you, but okay.
we went to the Vancouver Aquatic Center, and we had an underwater shot,
Ooh.
and I was going completely Orson Welles in this. People go, we don't have the budget. And I was going, I'll tell you that. I don't care who we need to kill or what you need to pawn. We need to do, we're having a real yacht in this. We had a real boat. And then the boat didn't show up, and I was desperately, like, I needed to get the sunset shot because the sun was going down, and I actually ran into the Vancouver, like, yacht center to just a big group of, and I was like, I'll give somebody $300 right now, and this was just such a vision of how little rich people care. I walked into a yacht place, and I was just trying to throw cash at people just so they would drive their yacht out into, like, 5 minutes away from where it was parked so I could get a shot of it. And they were like, no, I just really can't be bothered. Like, I'd have to get up and do that.
Not to mention some crazy person in a fucking with a director's cap on is
was...
asking for their boat, like for their fucking multi-million-dollar yacht. Maybe not laziness that's compelling them.
So that's it really did suck.
Yeah, a lot of them. A lot of the films weren't too bad. Some of them got picked up and played in like festivals and stuff like that. But
really? Wow.
But yeah, a majority of them were not very good. Like we went to the screening of all the movies.
Right.
Like they had two screenings, right? Because they do like a 3-minute movie and then an 8-minute or short films, I guess. And then
well, my film. It had a lot of things going against it. For starters, the budget, seriously lacking.
Yeah, no.
Not to mention the inexperience of the director, but the script pretty dreadful. And then also, it's just not something. I mean, look at me. Should I be making a gritty drama about like the dangers of narcissism and the anger of youth?
Well, maybe actually, yeah. You probably should, yeah. I was in a film class too, and we had to make videos or movies, and we I made one that wasn't actually that bad. Like it wasn't great, but it wasn't embarrassing. But one guy brought in it was just him. I guess he was by himself. He wasn't in a group, and so he had just made a first-person view, sort of. You could tell it was just him carrying a camera around with a teddy bear, and it was all silent, and he was just going like this, and like he'd like waggle it up to his dog and like wave it at the dog, and then like go down the hallway with it. And like there was no semblance of a story. It's 5 minutes, and he had put some weird yellow like color tint onto it in iMovie, and it was bizarre. But yeah, I don't know. There's lots of embarrassing fucking student films.
I actually made 2 films that I loved at SFU because I went to the SFU film school too, and like shot on film on a little Bolex camera, edited by hand. Wow. And they were great. And this just shows here's the thing. I probably still have that shitty Langara movie. And I make these 2 other movies that I needed to touch with my hands and put my heart into it. Love both of them. End up having a nervous breakdown, and I lose both the reels. So they're gone forever. This is a story of my life, Brad.
Having nervous breakdowns.
Love something, gone forever. Make something shitty. It's ridiculed by other people.
Everything's ridiculed by everyone.
Yeah, that's true. There's some truth in that. It's the whole point of this podcast. So.
I watched a great documentary yesterday. I know this is just a jump in another direction, but
what was that?
It was about the search for Osama bin Laden, and it's just.
Was it the
Smithsonian documentary?
Oh, it wasn't the Morgan Spurlock one?
Where in the world is Osama bin Laden?
No, it was made after he was caught.
Oh, it was made after he was caught. Okay.
You know what I love about that story is that you have Obama and his advisors and all the decision makers, and it's the night before where they go, okay, tomorrow we're going to do this with the SEALs. We're going to go in and hopefully kill Osama bin Laden. And then that night is the night where they go and do their fun little party at the White House where they invite like comedians and it's like the gala.
Oh, yeah. And that was the same night, really?
Yeah, it just happened to be that night. And they go, okay,
the correspondence dinner.
The correspondence, yeah. We could not go. Obviously, we don't want to go to this. We're not in the mood and we got stuff to do. But if we all cancel on this party last minute, everyone, it's going to raise suspicion. So they had to go and laugh at jokes about Osama bin Laden. Like they showed footage of it, and there's comedians going like, they say that Osama bin Laden is hiding in the Afghan Kush, but it's just and Obama's laughing with this smiley face, and little does he know, like, I'm gonna blow that fucking motherfucker's head. Now every time I see Obama smiling, it's just like, what's really going on in there? bro. I say bro.
Bruh.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine if I called Obama bro?
Hey, bro. He'd probably be into it.
Oh
give it
yeah.
a
I'd
fist
be down
bump.
with it, yeah. I remember that night when they killed him. We were at I was in Toronto at the
Where were you?
At the Comedy Bar watching Doug Benson. He was down. He's like a big pot comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Getting Doug with high.
And Sean Cullen,
Yes.
a Canadian comedian here, he came up halfway through Doug's set. And
We got him!
Yeah, and literally just came out and said, like, they just killed Osama bin Laden. And then everyone, like, was incredulous, obviously. Like,
Yeah.
because it was a comedy show, so we're assuming it was a joke.
But no,
it was real.
Ill-timed, distasteful joke.
yeah.
That's why you'd have no idea who Sean Cullen is. Yeah. Just kidding. He's huge.
He's very funny.
Yeah.
You really just...
Corking the
I know.
toothpicks.
I don't know why I'm making enemies with people who have actual talent.
You have no friends.
That's true. Yeah.
I was just sitting there and I happened to be watching CNN, so I saw it come up, like, Osama bin Laden killed. And I wasn't even mad anymore, you know what I mean? Like, why couldn't that have happened when I was pissed about 9/11?
Yeah.
I had to, like, generate anger in myself. Like, I went and, like, I watched, like, a 9/11 highlight reel, and I was like, I pretended I hadn't seen it, and I was like, man, I sure hope we get Osama bin Laden. And then sat back down again, like, oh, good.
That didn't happen.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's done.
That was the
can sleep
appropriate
now.
reaction you wanted. Was good.
One of his sons now is, like, a major guy in Al Qaeda.
Oh, really?
I believe that's the proper, yeah.
He's got like
Major guy.
37
Major guy.
sons,
Yeah.
so.
He's a big deal. Fuck, there's a big old fly in here. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
There's 2 insects
All right.
in there.
Yeah. There's.
I'd like to swat both of them with one of those electric. Those things are a lot of fun when you're.
Oh,
camping.
the electric fly
Hit your
swatters,
friends
yeah.
with
Don't
them.
touch my dick to it. You got to touch yourself to it.
Yeah.
You know it's not going to be fun.
Lick it. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh, that would suck.
Ooh. I wonder if you would die. No.
They banned them though. They're not.
They banned them. What does that mean? When
No, they banned them. That's my Eastern accent coming through.
They banned them. Yeah.
I banned them.
They beamed them.
did they ban them?
Really?
Yeah, they banned them. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because people were hurting themselves.
No
Well,
shit.
it's
Yeah.
Surprising enough.
Yeah, I
Here's a paddle that has an electric current going through it. Don't touch it.
Little brothers all over the country were
yeah,
being fucking
exactly.
tortured. Yeah.
It's funny too because it's so overpowered for what you need to kill an insect.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need so little pressure. And it's like you can't be too safe with these flies. Let's create a pain net.
4,000 volts should be good.
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Do you guys have any sort of insects at your house or apartment?
We have cats, so that they kind of keep all the vermin away.
That is nice.
We do get spiders. I don't mind spiders. I'm all for spiders in the house because there's usually only 1 or 2, and they as well keep insects away. We get the odd silverfish,
Yeah.
but we don't have fruit flies or anything, which is great. This is like the first apartment I've had where we haven't had fruit flies.
I'd take a swarm of fruit flies over even just one silverfish.
Oh,
at this
silverfish are
point.
great.
You're terrified of silverfish?
If
Or
they
just disgust you?
they make the electricity paddle for silverfish,
Yeah,
I'll be first in line. I'll fund that Kickstarter.
they are gross.
A little silverfish guillotine or just anything to inflict. All right. They haven't done anything to me.
Silverfish?
Yeah. I'm trying to
They're just pissed off because they're always coming in second.
I live in a basement suite, so I have hordes and hordes of spiders in my place.
Oh,
like
yeah.
just every
Yeah.
morning I wake up, there's one sitting on the wall in the bathroom, like creeping behind me all over the fucking place.
Yeah, too many spiders is not good.
Yeah, it's
1
gross.
or 2 is fine.
My-
We had one living in our shower for a while.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Yeah.
My
What are you doing?
I'm just sorry. Yeah.
Are you stuffing your crotch? That's
yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what it looks like from what I can see.
My
This needs to be bigger.
my roommate's been gone for a few months. He's like a stand-in actor, and he
Okay.
goes all over the place. And his room, I'm just imagining the amount of fucking spider carcasses that are in there right now. Because I see one every day, so there's gonna be at least 30 just dead, like fucking upside down, withered.
You know when you see like a big spider in your room,
Yeah.
and you don't know if it's like a fossilized dead exoskeleton or if it's still alive, and you just gently touch it, and he goes, oh god.
I've perfected the you get a heavy book and you just just toss it up in the air and it goes and just perfectly lands on it and squishes it. That's usually my technique.
Yeah. One more time. How does this work?
I get just a really heavy book, and I kind of stand near it,
drop.
and I just go whoo and throw it, and it goes bonk and fucking squishes it.
Oh, okay. I thought you said bucket.
No,
You said
book. Yeah.
Okay. So it's just the right amount of force to squish it, and then you catch it on the way down?
No, I just drop it on the thing.
Oh, I thought you were talking about squishing things on the ceiling.
Oh no, fuck that.
Gotta be like a
because
gravity-defying.
Yeah.
My eye-hand coordination is so bad. Like when I go to hit it, usually to skitter.
That's not impressive.
Skitter away.
I've finally mastered the art of taking a large surface area, heavy book, and dropping it on a tiny insect.
Oh, literal Alex thinks I'm bragging about dropping a book on a fucking spider for real.
Kind of were though.
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
You were a little smug.
All right.
Yeah.
That's just my face, It's just douchey.
You do have a smug face.
Yeah, I really do.
It's not a bad face, but it's a smug face.
Yeah, smug and twitchy. That's what they call me.
There's a lot of things that can happen with it.
Yeah, I have no control
I feel
over
like they work independently from each other.
It really, yeah.
Most faces kind of have a coherent. Let's all work together to get by.
Well,
sometimes one of your
so do
ears will
most
just kind of-
nostrils. So.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't have bees in the place that we were at in Ottawa. There was wasps all in the wall. We had a stucco wall on the outside.
It's horrifying. You can hear your walls buzzing at night.
Oh yeah, it was really creepy, and there was wasps all over the balcony and everything. I mean they're crepuscular, right? So they only come out in the morning and in the evening. But
what a great word to know.
Well, there you go. But
I'm glad that you defined it after because I had no idea what you were talking about.
But
I said it as though I know too. Oh, I'm so glad that we know words like that. And
yes, a crepuscular. Yes.
Cultured lads hanging out in this room together.
Although I don't see many wasps around the city.
Yeah.
Ottawa is jam packed with wasps, both the insect and the people.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of wasps. You should go to North Van.
Yeah, North Van.
That's where they all hang out.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, people are worried about the bees because of the cell phone towers and all the fucking high rises and shit are taking over the bees. But you never hear.
Fuck 'em.
You never hear anybody complaining about there's no wasps around here. Where are all the wasps?
I know.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Where's the love for the wasps?
Well, people sometimes take they're bird food. The birds eat the wasps.
Oh, is that right?
You don't ever hear that?
No.
Yeah. When you're like, oh, what's the point of all these disgusting...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, birds eat them. It's part of the circle of life.
Oh, okay. That's the explanation for why wasps are important or whatever.
That's kind of... To me, that's like saying...
The circle of life.
Yeah.
That's a cop-out.
I really don't like rapists and... Well, you have a very strong police department here, and my uncle actually is on... He has a pension he wouldn't have from, hunting down the Green River rapist.
Listen, I'm sorry about your sister, but my uncle's got to eat.
And wasps when they sting you, they're kind of raping you, and they're inserting
a very
something
small
into
raping.
you.
Yeah, like when Alex has sex with a girl. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Or
got
a
so
man.
excited
I don't
about
know.
your own joke that you didn't finish your thought. You went,
Does your penis stay in and all your intestines come out
That's
after
right.
you have sex?
I can only have sex once.
You
yeah.
can only have sex
So
once.
I'm waiting for the right girl, and both of us are gonna die immediately after. And just like a wasp, it'll leave a residue in the air that attracts all my other
Oh yeah, don't kill any
public service announcement.
like wasp or ant, or they're all part of the same family, because as soon as you kill it, it releases a pheromone that attracts more.
I had no idea.
You're just being willy-nilly, just smashing them.
La 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 la.
So what you have to do is just trap them in a
Yeah,
Hannibal Lecter-esque prison that they'll never escape from.
Oh my god.
Don't release your little hormones.
No.
Some kind of
The only bugs I really kill are earwigs and mosquitoes. Pretty much everything else.
I haven't seen an earwig in ages.
Oh, they're all over.
Oh,
Ontario.
those things are gross. I actually, what are those ones? They kind of look like earwigs, and they've got the pinchers on their butts. Are
That's
those
earwigs.
I've been pinched by one of those. And
Oh,
they're
yeah.
fucking strong.
Yeah,
and
they
it's
are.
really
They are.
gross.
Ew.
Yeah, it's disgusting because it's so meh, and they're strong, so it hurts. It's really gross.
Yeah.
All
But like
ticks.
I can kill them with my hands. I hate them so
You just-
much. Yeah.
Oh,
like-
it's personal.
yeah, it's personal now. Yeah. Mosquitoes I can kill with my hands.
Yeah.
But
They
bees,
might even sting you on the way,
Yeah.
but you almost like the pain.
Yeah,
It's like when
yeah.
you're like choking your cheating wife and she's like scratching you and you're like, yeah, bleed,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
crying onto her.
Yeah.
The pain is so futile. You're just happy. Like, ah!
You're like Tyrion Lannister when he's choking his whore when he finds her in Tywin's bed. That's awful.
Really terrible joke.
Yeah.
Just bad.
I go to Game of Thrones a lot. I don't know if I think that's going to be like relatable or.
No, it's funny. That's a funny. Well, yeah.
Well, it's one of the more popular shows, so
Yeah.
I think relatable is the.
He's referencing the books, actually.
Oh, really? Oh.
I hate you, even though I am.
I know. I
I don't like the books.
You don't?
No, I read.
Okay, this is cool.
I read the first one. Although, like, I'm not a huge. Well, I do read some fantasy, but I'm very particular about the fantasy that I do read, and I
Right.
found that
It's all romance
yeah,
fantasy.
yeah, oh yeah. It's all like Fabio on the cover. But no, I find that it's just too long. Like it's just like you
much.
could easily cut out 100 pages from that first book just by like just description. And I find Tolkien's the same.
Oh yeah.
But
well,
that's what I
just
love
all
about
over
it.
the place.
yeah.
See, I like to be
Yeah.
as removed from the
From
community
the
as
plot.
possible
Yeah.
in terms like. So just describe a tree for like 8 pages.
Yeah.
That's 8 pages that I don't have to interact with people at
Drives me nuts.
mermaid
I-
comedy, trying to be nice and. They'll come to your show.
I read these books called the Malazan Book of the Fallen, and they're like 1,300 pages.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, it's all bullshit. Like, you know, you could cut most of it out, but I love it. I'm like, there's like 14 books in the series.
It's not
dude.
about telling a story precise. It's about the fantasy. Like that's why you read
You're
fantasy.
you're
It's
in a
to-
world that's so detailed,
Yeah.
and it's detailed because you're getting all the fucking shit thrown at you.
Yeah. Why don't you
Yeah.
hit that microphone again? Idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but
But
yeah.
there are moments where I'm like, I can't fucking deal with this right
No,
now.
yeah, no. I mean, like the first book was cool in the sense, like I was really bored up until the kid fell out of the window, and then that totally changed it for me for about maybe like 100 pages, and then
Right.
something else happened that made me. It was kind of like Lost,
Right.
like the show Lost. Like every time I would watch an episode of Lost, like one of the stinker episodes, I'd be like, no more. And then I watch one more episode and be this huge cliffhanger, and then I'm just like, well, now I gotta continue watching.
What
it.
do you read?
I read a lot of comic books. I read. I don't read many novels anymore.
I love how it's like a short attention span. It's like, well, what do you indulge in? No, you don't get. I read a lot of comic books.
Wait,
no,
well-
it's true. Yeah, I read a lot of comic books. I don't read a lot of novels, or I haven't really read a novel in a long time. I read a lot of like nonfiction. But,
Right.
What kind of nonfiction do you read?
like, well, I guess like biography type, like comedian books.
Okay.
Patton Oswalt book is his book that came out a few years ago is really good.
Yeah.
The one on movies or the one before that?
No, yeah, the zombie. What is
Zombie Werewolf Apocalypse?
Yeah,
Or
whatever it's
Wasteland.
called.
Zombie
Yeah.
Werewolf Wasteland.
Yeah.
I think.
it? Something like that. And then
I didn't finish that, but what I read, I liked. I want to read his new one about movies. It sounds really cool.
and I read like the internet a lot, like
Yeah.
just read like
A lot of
news
memes. Just reading
and- yeah,
memes.
just read memes, advice animals all day. Yeah,
I like Imgur.
yeah.
Is that how you say it?
I don't know how you
No,
say it.
it's Imager.
Imager.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, right.
Imgur.
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 That sounds like a
Imgur.
really nice Indian guy. That
Yeah.
Imgur, I'll take the aloo gobi. And
But yeah, no, I haven't read. Man, I can't even remember the last novel I read.
You said you like some fantasy. What's a fantasy book that you?
I read a lot of like. I read some of the Wheel of Time stuff.
Oh, okay.
the
Robert Jordan. Yeah.
stuff. Read a lot of Conan books.
Oh yeah.
All
Fuck
the
yeah.
Robert E. Howard stuff. Read.
there's Conan books?
Yeah. Oh, it was
Was
originally
it
a book.
before? Oh,
That's
okay.
originally yeah.
I didn't know that.
It was like a
and-
serial.
Yeah, and read the Conan comic as well. Savage Sword. And
Yeah. Yeah.
What are... So you really like... I don't want to assume this, but how do you feel about the Marvel movies? Are you...
I like them.
You like them?
I think.
We were just talking about this on
oh,
the
we're-
previous
yeah, yeah.
podcast. Yeah.
I mean, they've had some duds. I think more duds than good ones. Especially like some of the sequels. Like, actually, all 3 Iron Mans are pretty weak. The first one's the best, and then it just goes downhill from there.
Yeah.
The second Thor was really weak. But when you look at like the second Captain America movie, not only is it a good comic book movie, it's a good action movie and a good like thriller. You know, it's got like a mystery through it all. It's very well directed, very well paced, very well acted for a comic book movie.
Do you think that the new Daredevil series is overrated?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I really haven't heard.
It has a perfect rating on
I haven't.
Netflix.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, on Netflix. That's all. That's all person based, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay then.
Yeah. Still though, I mean.
Yeah. It was. I was very impressed by it. I thought it was better than it was going to be, and I like that. Like, I'm a big Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Joss Whedon fan, and I feel like Drew Goddard really captured that sort of essence of like Angel and Buffy the Vampire Slayer and kind of put it into Daredevil to give it. But I feel that it maybe took itself a little bit too seriously, and I'm not too convinced about the guy that's playing Daredevil. Have you guys seen it?
No. I've read the Miller Daredevil.
Oh yeah.
Which are awesome.
Oh yeah,
but
the comics are great.
I haven't seen the show.
The
though.
Brubaker Daredevil stuff is great.
Yeah.
All the Marvel Knights stuff.
Yeah.
But no, Charlie, whatever his name is, Cameron, or I forget his name. Anyway, the guy who plays Daredevil, he was good and not good in some points. I find he looks weird, but
How so?
But
Give me a breakdown of the.
He's too boyish. He looks too boyish.
Okay.
But the guy that plays Kingpin, what's his name?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. He was really good.
Yeah.
I forget his name. Anyway.
Would you recommend? See, here's the thing with me and Daredevil is that I kind of have this thing with Marvel where I get pissed off easily, and I can't stick with their movies sometimes.
Are you a comic book fan though?
More of a manga fan, but
Okay.
I like everything. Like I like books,
Yeah,
comic
yeah, yeah.
book, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not like a diehard fan of everything. I just find something I like, and then
So what specifically
with Daredevil
turns you off?
The same thing that turned me off from that is what turned me off with Guardians of the Galaxy. And I usually don't talk about this with people because people hate me, and everyone just loves Guardians of the Galaxy. Is that like that first scene with the mom? Like I just found it so corny, and I was laughing. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't believe people think that this is.
Well, it's the same with Avengers. Like when the Loki's like making everyone bow in front of him, and then the old Nazi
the old guy
stands up like, I've lived through this before, and I'm not gonna live through it now.
Did they have a nice score in the background too?
Yeah,
Going,
and then like
swelling
then
score?
he shoots like a laser ball at him, and Captain America comes in and blocks it, and he's like, I've dealt with people like you, and it's just like, oh, like it's a big like.
Yeah, it makes me.
Well, it was
I mean-
the same like in Spider-Man. I think it was the first Spider-Man where he's fighting Green Goblin on the bridge, and then he's like about to lose, and then all the New Yorkers come and like
Yes.
throw stuff at Green Goblin.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, get out of here! This is New York.
That didn't,
Like
that didn't
that-
bother me when I
those
saw
are horrible. Those scenes are
Spider-Man
great.
though. I remember really liking the first Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, all
but
the
like,
first two Spider-Man are great.
So maybe that moment was more earned in that or something. I don't know. Or maybe it was just more fresh and it hadn't been overdone.
It was right around 9/11 too.
Yeah.
and kind of had the
True.
whole New York, the pro New
What
York.
year did Spider-Man come out? The first?
2002. The
Oh,
first
okay.
one came out 2002.
Right, so it was tied a bit to something emotional, and then but with Daredevil, like I started that, and it was the same thing. It starts with this origin, like way over the top, corny. It's in my eyes.
Oh,
it's in
yeah,
my
yeah,
eyes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dun, 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 my son, and I was like, nope.
No.
Yeah.
Tapping out.
So that's why I asked you because you seem like you're a comic. Maybe it's wrong because you're a comic book fan though, so you're going to be a little bit biased. Even
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
biased too, though, in the other direction.
It
Where it's
was,
like I just don't like any of those movies, or
right. I'm kind of in the middle, I guess.
It was Vincent D'Onofrio. He plays Kingpin.
Oh,
He nails
yeah,
it. He's
D'Onofrio's
so good
cool.
in that.
Yeah.
So would you recommend watching a little bit more for me? Do you think I'll find something to like?
The
or-
second episode was really cool. Have you guys seen Old Boy?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was like an homage. You know the hallway fight scene
Yeah,
in
of
Old Boy?
course.
They essentially do that. It's all one take.
Oh,
and
cool.
it's like a 5-minute, 7-minute fight scene. And
That's
it's
awesome.
all in the hallway. So you can sort of see in the adjacent rooms a little bit, but it's mostly people fighting in the hallway.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
it's a really cool fight scene. The fighting is very good in it. It's like movie quality fighting compared to like Buffy the Vampire Slayer fighting.
I didn't actually. I watched a little bit more of the first episode. Like on the docks when they're fighting.
Yeah.
I wasn't that impressed by them.
No, that was.
I should have been more upfront with how much I watched because now I just feel like a dick.
Well, you are.
But I usually do anyway.
Yeah. But the character. It seems like you do have to suspend your disbelief a little bit with Daredevil because it's like no one cares that much. And it's not only Matt Murdock; it's like his crew, right? Like his Scooby Gang.
Oh yeah.
They're just like it's one of the vampires from True Blood, and one of the kids from Mighty Ducks are his friends. And
Yeah.
But it's
I don't.
yeah, I'd give it another chance.
I feel a little weird though because
I will.
I'm not like that forgiving with new comic book movies. But then, like you mentioned Conan the Barbarian, that 80s Schwarzenegger Conan the Barbarian is like one of my favorite movies, and that's like a ridiculous
Well,
movie.
I think there's nostalgia in play there. As
Probably,
well.
yeah. I mean, I hate that I'm such a fucking,
I don't think it takes itself seriously though. It's kind
Yeah.
of goofy. Like it's got that
no,
8-minute
it's pretty serious. Like there's like, dun 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 dun, like trumpet music.
I think
and, like,
movies at that time didn't take themselves seriously in general.
Yeah, and it's
So-
Schwarzenegger too.
Yeah.
And it's Schwarzenegger.
He's
I
so
love
charismatic.
Schwarzenegger,
Yeah.
so it's like I don't know where like I could just be a giant hypocrite. So
That goes without saying.
yeah. I also love Conan, like the old comics, like John Buscema and
Yeah,
all those
yeah.
guys. Like those are so great,
Oh, they're
but they're ridiculous too. But I don't know why I'm not willing to give the same leeway to like Avengers and stuff.
I despised Jason Momoa's Conan.
The recent one?
Yeah.
Oh
that
God,
was-
yeah.
that was
It's
just
so silly.
atrocious. They made him they just made him a pussy. They just,
Plus, you're not gonna get better actors than fucking Schwarzenegger and James Earl Jones in there. Like,
yeah,
come on.
exactly.
It's
James
so
Earl Jones is true.
yeah,
It's also Doom.
yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch the sequel to the 80s one than the fucking new one.
Oh,
Which-
Destroyer.
yeah,
With all the mirrors.
yeah, the mirrors. Oh God, that's a bad movie
I
too.
haven't seen that movie. What's
Oh,
really
it's
bad,
ugly.
too?
Yeah, it's
It's
bad.
really bad.
Yeah. There's one part where they're like wandering through the ice caves, and you can tell that they've just like inhaled some kind of like CO2 or something to
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
Oh,
and they're
okay.
sort of going to make it look like their breath
It's,
is icy or whatever.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is.
Yes, he's the
He's
yeah.
I forget the character's name,
Yes.
but he's like a
Yeah.
barbarian. I
And
guess,
then
in
there's also like
Grace Jones.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's a weird movie.
Oh, it's really
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
This has kind of gotten geeky.
That's all right.
That's
you know.
fine. So I want to touch on one more thing with you guys before we get out of here. I was reading about how Boba, the assassin from the Star Wars movies,
Boba.
yeah.
Why did
Yeah.
you say Baba?
I don't know. My brain. I
Ew.
know that. I know that.
And then you
Boba
said
Fett, yeah.
Lay Assassin. Like
He's a
you're-
bounty hunter, not an
what's
assassin.
That's because I
Yeah.
completely. Okay, this
You're
is
an
just, this is
idiot.
about this now.
Yeah.
What I
Wait.
said was not. Okay.
What did you just say?
Well, okay.
You said Baba
Okay, no, I'm gonna
Lay
break down
Assassin.
what just happened mentally for me.
Lorena
So-
Bobbitt.
So I was trying to say Boba Fett,
Yes.
and I've never had a problem with that word before in my life. But because I was like, all right, this is the last thing we'll talk about. Here we go. And I tried to set up well, and then I just panicked. I was like, I don't fully have confidence in how that's said. Is it Baba or Boba?
Also, you segued like, "Oh, we're getting a little nerdy here. Let's
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about Boba
Let's
Fett."
talk about an obscure Star
Put
Wars
on my
character.
nerd hat. And then I was like, okay, so I'll say, and then I said Baba, and I knew that was wrong. So I couldn't say Fett because then I lost my confidence in that. I was like, maybe it's Fate, maybe it's Feet.
Boba Fett.
So I'll just say La Assassin. I'll try to downplay my own mistake. Like it's all part of a little joke that I'm doing.
Ew. Ugh, I'm disgusted right now.
You should be.
Yeah. So what about fucking Baba Lay Assassin?
Yeah, Bob was no, don't try to do that.
No, that's what we're saying from now on.
Okay. No, I'm talking to myself.
Okay.
You have every right
Okay.
to. Okay, so where do we stand with him now? They're making a standalone.
Yeah, they're making a standalone movie of him. Yeah.
Wow,
Right.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I don't know when they're gonna set it, because I'm assuming like Disney hasn't dropped the movie continuity, because Boba Fett survived
The Sarlacc.
the Sarlacc pit in the extended universe.
In the books,
but,
and in the
in the comics and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
How did he get out?
He killed it. He had all his weapons.
He dropped in,
and
got
just shot
one
the
of those
shit out
ball
of it.
things. and-
Yeah, through a thermal detonator
That's
somewhere.
right.
and
That's what I was
killed
going
it.
for.
But they're not like they're big creatures, but they're not like like a kilometer long or anything.
I thought they were.
No,
Oh.
no, they're fairly small. I mean, compared to like some other creatures on Tatooine,
Right.
they're actually small.
So
Like
he
the
escapes,
dragons and stuff.
and so they're making a standalone.
They're making a standalone Boba Fett movie. I don't know. Should be.
Are there
okay,
any
I guess.
details about it at all, other than we're gonna make one? Or
Yeah, they're doing like an episode every 2 years or every 3. Sorry, they're doing an episode every 3 years and then standalone movies in between.
Oh.
Right.
So
Oh, shit.
they're doing like like a Red Wing Squadron one. They're doing
Oh my god.
probably some more Clone Wars
What
stuff.
a guarantee money plan. Can
Oh,
you
it's
imagine being
ridiculous.
part of that, like, meeting?
No.
Like, should we?
Fuck.
Well, Lucas has been dropping the ball on Star Wars for the last 30 years. Like he should have been doing much more than he did.
Yeah.
But I guess you kind of have to build up the popularity. But
So, you've got. What am I trying to say? Oh, I had. I completely forgot what I was going to say.
You're awful.
about
That Boba thing really did throw me off.
you wanted to talk more about Star Wars, though?
Yeah, no, I had something to say.
This is useless. This is completely and
This isn't
utterly.
even funny.
No, this is just embarrassing. You're embarrassing me right now.
Don't save me.
No.
Why would I? What are you saying that like I'm gonna like
Okay, Star Wars. Okay, no. So, I was thinking about
Boba the Assassin?
Star Wars.
Am I excited for the new ones? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of the trailer?
I liked it.
Yeah, you're excited. Like,
yeah,
did that
it
get
was
you
cool.
hyped up?
was
It got
cool.
like I'm pretty cynical and shitty of a person, but that got me excited.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, just spit it out.
Okay. So no, I'm just thrown off by how not soundproof these soundproof
exactly.
rooms
Yeah,
are.
They haven't been soundproof since the '60s when they got this fucking equipment in here.
Yeah. Okay, so with the Boba Fett movies, you've got this character. Everyone's like, oh, I don't know, is it going to be good or is it not going to be good? And I feel about that kind of the same way I feel about Prometheus.
Okay.
In that you've got this character that is beloved by fans, and we only got kind of a taste of him. But I feel like part of the reason why we like him so much is because we only got a taste of him, right?
Who, David, you mean?
Of the assassin character in the Star Wars movies.
Oh, Boba Fett, yeah.
Yes.
He's not an assassin.
He's a bounty hunter.
What is wrong with me?
This is terrible. I'm so angry at you right now.
I want to crawl into this little space under the table.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, he's only been in 2 movies, and, like, he had
And this
one
is-
line in both movies.
Just a second. I want to kill you like the guy in Blue Ruin kills that guy in the bathroom, just stab you in the neck.
You'd like to see a small geyser of
Ugh,
brain
yeah.
blood.
Yeah.
I bet there's no blood in my brain.
Yeah.
That's probably the problem. It's just like
It would just be weirdly
there's nothing
mispronounced.
circulating in there. It would just be dumb thoughts hissing out.
Jabba the Warlock. What? Yeah.
A bounty hunter is an assassin. He just
No, they don't necessarily kill.
No, they wanted dead
Like,
or alive.
assassins, their main purpose is
Yeah.
to kill. Whereas a
You
bounty
you
hunter
can't
will go
crawl your way out of this.
I'm trying to escape this Snarlack pit here.
It's Sarlacc. Oh, I hate you.
Gnarly.
Snarlax, fucking this Snorlax pit. I'm trying to escape this Snorlax pit.
It snarls at you.
I want to stick a poke flute in your eye hole right now. Eye hole. Damn it!
What was that?
I said eye hole.
That's
It's all right.
you'd have to flub pretty bad
passable.
to feel embarrassed at this point.
Sorry.
But
were you
isn't
saying?
some of his appeal, doesn't that come from the fact that it leaves so much up to our imagination? Where if we get a full film, everyone's just going to be disappointed. Because with Prometheus...
No, but we've Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
With Prometheus, you see the space jockey, and that what was so cool about that moment in Alien was that it's almost a side thing. You have the story itself, and they go through that ship, and you're like, whoa, what is this thing? And you have to think, okay, maybe this was part of their what they were carrying, or why were they carrying it? Is it a weapon? What happened here? You have to kind of infer what happened. Yeah. And then we got Prometheus, and it was like, and maybe that was just maybe it can be done properly, and that was just a bad script. But
I think like 30, like if they made a Boba Fett movie in 1985, yeah, that probably would have just been cashing in on the, you know, the fandom around Boba Fett. But it's been almost 40 years later. I think
so we have nothing to lose almost at this point.
Yeah, we have nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah.
I think it's no matter what, they're cashing in on it in some way. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
know,
yeah.
Like they're not doing it for the love of the canon or something. It's
but like
all
Boba Fett's like he's 35 years old as a character.
Yeah.
So he's been a popular character for 35 years. I think he's deserving of a movie.
Cool.
But he's not a very interesting character. One, he's meant to be evil to a certain degree.
Right.
But like I've read some books specifically about Boba Fett. And like a lot of his like solo comics and stuff, and they've had some interesting stories with him, but but I think the prequels really kind of screwed up his whole story by making his dad Jango Fett and having him like be involved in the Clone Wars, and being all the stormtroopers are clones of him.
That's all canon now, right?
Yeah, that's all canon.
They have to.
Marvel, I guess Marvel's adopting the prequels as well with the continuity. I heard that they make
Marvel or Disney.
Disney, sorry. Disney,
okay.
Yeah. Disney is adopting the prequels, but I heard that they may not be, which means that they can play around with.
Right. It's almost like they get a second shot at trying to do what George Lucas sort of didn't.
Yeah. I mean, the prequels are good in retrospect, but watching them, it's not good.
What do you mean they're
good?
Like they're good when I think back on them, and like the overall story that was crafted, I think is pretty good. Like it's boring for children.
Yeah.
Because it's all about like trade embargoes and like, you know, this like Senate committee meetings.
Yeah.
Like the big action scenes. Like I don't know why you thought that.
I kind of disagree with you. I think that those movies are more tailored towards children.
They are more tailored towards children, but
you just failed at it. Like
you just failed at it. Like
Okay.
who cares? Like a child's not going to be intrigued in it. Like you know, because the whole movie starts about having like a meeting about the trade embargo between Naboo and the racist
whatever
Chinese
those
aliens.
fucking
I mean,
things
the
are.
funny thing is that kids actually have a lot of meetings. Think about it. When
They
you were
do.
a kid,
They do.
how often did you get together with like
play
all right,
dates?
who's
They're always
gonna-
scheduled. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Fun little hangout.
Thanks
I
for having
embarrassed
me.
myself as usual.
Oh, that was hilarious, though. That was such an awful misstep after misstep.
And it was kind of like at the beginning I was going along with it, like, you know, they're laughing with me.
No
And then
way.
at the end it was like, not anymore.
No. All right, I'm Simon Armstrong.
I'm Brad Dorion.
And we'll put the details for following us on Twitter and whatnot in the description of the show. Thanks for listening. You can reach us at 604podcast@gmail.com.